I'm just gonna let her just jump on it. She need no introduction, and y'all gonna fall out when you see who it is.
Hi. Howdy. Did I give you a hint?
Howdy.
Howdy. There's a hint of where I'm from, and there's a hint of where I am now.
Are you in Texas?
Nope, I'm in Nashville. That's where I live now.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. All right, ladies and
Oh, you told me to
gentlemen,
lean
boys
to the
and
left,
girls.
didn't you?
Huh?
You told me to lean to the left, right?
Exactly. That way the comments ain't all up on your face. Ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen, without
There you
further ado, the one and only, the gorgeous and amazing Lisa Whelchel is in the building.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Woo-hoo, yeah.
Hey, hey. I already leaned to the left, though.
Good. There you go. Good. And see,
I used to lean more right now.
The
Or do I lean
comments
left?
ain't
I don't know
scrolling
which way
over
it
your
is anymore.
face.
Which way is left and right?
How are you, sister?
I'm good. How about you, birthday girl?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks.
Good.
I'm good. Yeah, yeah. And you got one coming up too.
I do. Yeah.
both
Same
May
month. We're both
babies.
May babies. But
Mhm.
I'm a Gemini. You're a Taurus, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
You're one of the few that, but you're one of the most consistent non-Gemini Geminis that I've met. Like you don't have
Really?
like that. To me, you've never had that dual vibe going on. You're always like the same person.
Oh, well,
Mhm.
thank you. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. I think I do have the dual vibe. I think it's been broken up into seasons of my life, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So it's
understand
kind of like,
that. I understand
yeah,
that.
just always reinventing.
Girl, you ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. So, thank you for coming on to the
Oh, are
birthday
you
countdown.
kidding? My pleasure. I
Having
wouldn't
fun.
miss it.
Thank you, thank you. So, we kicked off the week with Mindy, and then last night Nancy.
Hey, I see somebody
popped
said
on.
my son's birthday is May 11th. Well, I just got remarried, and I have a stepson, and his birthday is May 11th. So whoever that is out there, celebrating on
Yay.
coming up Monday.
Hooray, hooray! Yes. So Mindy was on Monday. Lisa was on. Nancy was on yesterday, and then here you come to finalize and wrap us all up here with all of our Facts of Life vibes tonight.
Yay! I'm so glad. This is fun.
Now,
This is my first. So the very first time I ever did any kind of Instagram live was with you in Toronto.
oh my
Where
gosh,
we were?
that's
Yes.
right.
And this is
Yes.
only my second time to ever do
You
Instagram
and
live.
Nancy both. Oh my
So-
goodness. And you know what's really funny about that? She and I were in New York and we went to the Michael McDonald concert
Right.
at the Carlisle and we did a live and that was her first one.
Mm-hmm.
You and I were in Toronto doing press and it was a Monday and we did a Michael McDonald thing.
Yes,
then.
yes. So you were. That's right. That's right.
Wow,
So thank
that
you.
is
Thank
so
you for.
funny.
And actually, I'm doing a little Instagram thing with my daughter Haven after this. Like in about an hour, she wants me to do an
Wow.
Instagram live thing, question and answer with her on the Enneagram. And so I said, well, actually, it's good. I'm learning how to do it with Kim beforehand, and now I'll be ready.
Yes, absolutely. Well, give her my love, please.
I will. I will.
And so just like Nancy, this is now your second time on IG Live. And again, with me, she hadn't been back on it since that time either.
No. I mean, I'm on Instagram, and
but
I
Instagram
post stuff,
Live, exactly.
but I've never done Instagram Live except with you.
Yes. Yay.
Yay.
So now we go back to, I was 9 years old when
You're
I
just
met
a baby.
Lisa. I was just a baby, but so were you. And I was already a fan of Lisa's because many of you know that Lisa was on the Mickey Mouse Club.
Yeah.
And so I had watched, I mean, I was a faithful Mickey Mouse Club watcher. And so when I saw her, I was like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. What's your earliest memory of me?
Earliest memory, well, obviously you were on roller skates. So I remember you on roller skates. I remember you just in the rehearsal hall. And I remember you being incredibly professional. I think you were probably the most professional of all of us. You were the youngest, but you were the most professional of all of us. And
wow.
I remember that you were, I really admired you. Yes, you were a lot younger. I was 16, you were 9, but I admired you. I admired your, you as a professional actress.
Wow. Well, wow. Because
Yeah.
wow. Do you remember? And I'm not, I'm not. We're not going to spend a lot of time on memory lane stuff, but
Good, because that we can't spend a lot of time because my memory is about this long. It's getting shorter and shorter the older I
but
get.
but,
So
but I think this one you're going to remember. When you and I were on the horse in the rainstorm with
yeah,
the
okay, I do remember
rabbits.
that. Mm-hmm.
Do you know how terrified I was being on horseback on roller skates?
Oh, I bet. I bet you were. That would be scary.
Yeah, that was no bueno. That not at all.
No, but you
No.
did it because you were an actor.
Yes, to my core.
That's right.
Now, fast forward to like dozens of years later, and Lisa and I had the wonderful pleasure of working together again in a Hallmark movie.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing about Lisa that most people don't know: she's so funny. She's so funny. And what I've always loved about Lisa is that she is so fearless in her funny. And most people, when they are as beautiful as Lisa, the whole idea of playing the pretty girl, Lisa never played her pretty because she is and was pretty. So for all you actors out there, you don't have to play something that you already are. So find something else to do. And
Nice.
so
Thank you.
Lisa, but her comedy chops are fantastic. I mean, and she just nails it every time, and she's incredibly clever. Her
Well,
wit
thank you,
and her
Kimmy.
humor. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, it's so fun just being around her. And so on that movie, Quincy, I had just had Quincy,
Mm-hmm.
and Sebastian was 6. And so Lisa and her daughter, which one was there, Haven or Clancy?
Clancy was there for that one.
Clancy was there for that one. So
Mm-hmm.
Lisa and her daughter Clancy taught Sebastian how to play Uno
Yeah.
while we were on set. Do you want to say hi to Aunt Lisa? Sure. You're not ready?
Oh no.
Hi.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
I can't even. Let me stand up so I can get us in a better shot.
Wow.
It's all right. It's all right. No, you didn't pull one of my braids.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Look at this.
That's incredible. That is what my mustache would look like if I didn't wax. That's incredible.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
You should.
I'm open with that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, that's a compliment.
Wow. Such a man.
Yes. So so that's one of my favorite memories because it took us into a different realm because at that point now we were both moms.
Right.
And I really loved that and sharing that experience with you, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And you're such a good mom. I mean, I love that too. And you know what? That's really one of the things, people always, they'll say, how come, the Facts of Life girls didn't turn out the way often childhood stars do.
Yeah.
And I do think in a lot of ways, for Nancy and for you and me, I mean, Mindy obviously turned out awesome as well, but I can speak for us. We had a wonderful childhood and we got to do what we love to do.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, like even in people, like the height of their life would be a cheerleader or the football star, or it's when you have such success as a teenager, it's sometimes difficult to go from there. Where do you go from there? And I think that can be the case for child stars. But I gotta say, when motherhood is beyond that, you don't look back and you don't hang on and you don't have to hold on to that identity, that you can grow through that and you get to go beyond that. And not that everybody has to be a mother,
right?
But if you want to be, and for us that we've loved to be that, we can we can celebrate having been on television, and now we can celebrate being moms, and we can just dive into that and enjoy
Yes.
that. And I think it
Yeah.
also frees us, and lets us kind of let go of what could in some ways hold us back. And so I've seen you do that with your kids as well.
Yeah, that's good, Lisa. That's good. Yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Because
Yeah.
I've had some wonderful examples, before me. So, and you are one of those.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
no, I feel like, and we've been talking about this quite a bit on the Birthday Vibes Countdown, that castmates, when you work together for a long period of time and you're in such a concentrated environment, so to speak, you end up becoming family if you're blessed, if you're lucky, so to speak. Not every, I mean, there's some horror stories about, casts and them not getting along. And I've been blessed to have that not just once, but twice. With you guys, and then with Living Single. And so, and then lots of other shows that I've been a part of. Maybe not 9 years, maybe not 5 years. Sometimes it's a movie. And so you're there for, 3 weeks or a month, or, other types of shows. But with you guys, because I grew up literally, I grew up from age 9 to 18 with you. It's such a different type of relationship than any other relationship that I have. And
It's
you
so
guys are
true.
just, yeah, 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 yeah.
And you know what? We're at an age now that we will never have friends like we have with each other, because just the math, it's not really possible. We've known each other so long that it's not possible to have these kinds of friendships ever again.
Yeah.
And it's really not possible to ever go through what we've gone through again with anybody else.
I
So
sure go through puberty
when
again.
they talk about people that kind of go through the war together, or they go through really intense times together,
Yeah.
there's a bonding that happens that is a deeper bonding. There's also there's a deeper bonding that happens in childhood, just because you're just more impressionable. That there's more, you're just in your brain and in your heart and everything. It's more vulnerable. There's the connections are they're not as seared over.
Yeah.
So the kinds of relationships that we have, both because of childhood and because of length, we'll never ever have again.
Yeah.
And they are really very, very rare. And thankfully, they were a good rare, because that's also not always the case.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. And then we've also taken the time and made the efforts to nurture these wonderful God-given relationships and bonds, so that even if we're not working together, we're still connected. Our children know each other, and our children know you and me and Nancy and Mindy, and and so having those bonds that, again, they're transcending that happen.
Toby. Stop. Tiny puppy.
So being able to transcend, like I was saying, and you end up going into those realms of family, and really staying connected like that. So then you guys ended up really blessing me with these wonderful cameo appearances in my Christmas movie. And thank you again. And Lisa was so great, because she really, each one of them, Lisa and Mindy, and then also Nancy, we kept a lot of what her character was going to be, even though she couldn't be there in person. And she still filmed something for us that we used in the movie. But they each created their characters in the Christmas movie, You Light Up My Christmas. And I love that Lisa said, I want to be this, kind of really hippie, just, flower child. And I want to make a fun little grown-up nod to Edna's Edibles. And I thought that was one of the classic that everybody loved in the Christmas movie when we all were together for that. That was just, again, her comedy.
Well, it made it fun. It made it fun for me too, because I don't remember what happened. Oh, I had made an appearance somewhere and said something about Edna's Edibles would be a totally different shop today. And I
Uh-huh.
thought, that is so true. It would, it would be. So when you asked me to do that, I thought, yeah, I will, I will serve some Edna's edibles in a whole different way. And it was just, it made it for a more fun character. I've always preferred being a character actress. And so it gave me
Yes.
an opportunity to be a character. So thank you for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, you bring the thunder every time, and
Oh,
I
thank
love
you.
how you transform where we don't see Lisa and we don't see your previous characters. We just see the character that you're embodying and breathing life into,
Oh,
Do
thank you.
you still enjoy it? Do you still love it?
Let me think about that before I answer it.
Mm-hmm. We got a minute.
Yeah. I got to say, I do enjoy comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, I've never enjoyed the idea of being a dramatic actress. And
Because
I
you're
think
so
that's because,
funny.
well, and I think it's also a reflection in that it's difficult for me. I've always avoided um, emotions. That's just kind of, it's
Ah.
part of probably what makes me a good comedian. It's
Mm-hmm.
avoiding emotions. But
Mm.
that also makes me not a very good dramatic actress, because if you can't access them,
Yeah.
um, then they're not gonna be real. They're
Mm.
gonna look like you're acting like you're sad, or you're acting like you're mad. When the
Right.
reality is, I have a difficult time being angry in everyday life. That's not a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I I don't like acting,
Mm-hmm.
so that's why I don't like drama.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I do love comedy, because that does feel more natural to me, as
Mm.
far as just I think there is an impetus that is genuine to me. And so I do enjoy comedy acting, but I don't like dramatic acting.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that answers
Mm-hmm.
your question.
Gotcha. It really does. It really does. That answers my question tremendously, tremendously. So Lisa's been working on this really cool project um, featuring people who have wonderful and unique. You missed Nancy Boo Boo. Nancy was on last night, but there's an excerpt from her on my feed right now. And
Mm-hmm.
we've captured and recorded all of the countdown, birthday vibe countdown. So we have them all. We'll figure out how we're going to curate them and present them all. But Nancy was last night, but she's on my Instagram feed right now. I'm reading the comments. So
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking, are
um,
you talking to me? Then I realized, oh, you're answering a question that
I'm
came
answering the
scrolled
questions.
over
Yes.
on my left side, because I'm leaning to the right,
Are you?
like you told
Which
me
way are
to.
you leaning?
I don't know. I'm leaning away from the comments like you told me to.
Right. Okay. All right. Very good. See, I'm here for you.
That's right. You are.
So Lisa's been working on this project where she showcases people with really unique collections.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's a show called Collector's Call, and it's on
mhm,
MeTV, which is great because it runs old reruns, which I think we
mhm.
need old reruns right now. Just
Yes,
a little simpler,
much simpler.
more,
Hmm.
much simpler, easy. Go to bed with a smile on your face rather than, you know, blood
Yeah.
on the screen or whatever else is on there. So,
Right.
yeah, happy to be a part of it.
How did that come about?
I had worked with a producer before. Clancy and I had done something. Clancy, my daughter, and I had done some work with a producer before. So when he had this show, and it worked out great too, because it's not really acting. It's I'm a host of this show, and when my kids grew up, I left show business to raise the kids, and
Hmm.
then when they grew up,
Hmm.
it was like, oh, well, if I'm not an actress and I'm not a mom, who am I? And so I had, again, it was like, well, not really reinvent myself. And I didn't want to reinvent myself, because I think when we're younger, we do that. We kind of
Hmm.
invent ourselves to be who we think we're supposed to be, who the world
Yes.
wants us to be.
Yes.
And so I wanted to not reinvent myself. I wanted this time to be who I was. And so I had to kind of ask the
Ooh.
question, well, what would I do if I weren't paid for it? Or what would I do if I wanted just to do for fun? And I
Yeah.
realized what I love more than anything is having deep conversations with people. That's just my favorite. Like if we're having a conversation, I hate chit chat. I hate parties.
Mhm.
I'm really introverted,
Yeah, you are.
I do love to go deep.
Mm-hmm.
So and I love to ask questions. And so I got certified as a life coach.
Mm-hmm.
And so being a life coach, I like to find out about people's stories. I like to help them find their purpose and help them find their passion. And so as this host of Collector's Call, the collections are fabulous. They're fascinating. They're awesome. But I love the collectors because they're so unique.
They're so interesting.
And they all have a story, and all their collections have a story. So for me, it feels like I'm not really acting. I'm just being filmed, kind of doing what I love to do, which is getting to know people and what makes them tick. And so it's kind of a combination of who I am today.
Oh, somebody's coming to say hi.
Oh yeah, hello, handsome. Hi, cutie pie. Hi. Oh, did you lose some teeth? Smile. Oh, look at that.
Yes, the tooth fairy is not in quarantine. Hallelujah.
That's good. That's so good. Where's my little boy? Toby, come here, Toby. Oh, so I'm going to show you my little boy. Come here, Toby. Come here, little boy. Come here. All right, just say I'm
Your
setting my
headphones are on top of your dresser.
All right. Okay. And here's my little boy.
Oh my goodness.
There we is. He's my quarantine baby.
Oh.
Because I was one of the people that I got married at the end of last year, but just did it privately, and we were going to have a ceremony in March, and then had to cancel the wedding ceremony because of everything. So we were like, we were going to do it in California. Oh well, we're going to stay in Nashville. And so I woke up one morning, I thought, let's get a puppy. And so we got a puppy. And oh my gosh, it's just the best. He's just the most adorable. It was worth not having the ceremony for.
Oh. And how's the newest blessing in the family?
Oh, I'm a grandmother. That's what you think. Thank you for the segue. And if anybody is interested, and you better be interested, I don't want to know if you're not, please follow my Instagram, not for me, but to see my grandbaby, who's so beautiful. And yes, her name is Isley, and she is just, oh my gosh, she's adorable. She's so sweet. She's laughing now, and there's nothing sweeter than a baby's laugh.
Oh, already? Oh my goodness. Oh.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that is so
it's
good.
wonderful.
I see it just all over your face.
Oh
your
my
whole
gosh.
Spirit is just radiating light.
Yeah. That's been the hardest part about quarantine, because I was there, for the whole first part, and then haven't been able to see her since March. That's been the hardest, and she just is changing and growing so fast.
Yeah. Do you guys like FaceTime or Skype? Okay.
We do, and we have lots of virtual parties. Like last night, my niece turned 5, and so we had a virtual little party for her. And then last week we played some game, on an app. And then my stepson's birthday is Monday night, so we're going to be playing another game. And then my kids probably aren't watching this, but I know that they've got a little game thing planned for Mother's Day for me Sunday. So we'll all get to
Well,
don't tell them. I know.
We won't. And y'all don't you say nothing to Lisa's kids, okay?
That's right.
So for Sebastian's birthday, he turned 13 on Monday. I know. And so
teenager.
We have a quarantine. And so I reached out to his best friends and a couple of family friends, and so we had a parade, a birthday parade in the cul-de-sac. So they came, had signs on their cars, beat their horn, almost threw their cards and presents out the window.
That is so sweet.
You do what you got to do, right?
You do, because I have really thought about that. I tell you, I know that there's a lot of sadness in the world right now, and people, you can't you can't rate somebody's sadness and suffering. You just can't. And I just want to say a shout out to all the seniors out there. You know, seniors in high school especially, they've gone their whole school year looking forward to the senior year, and for it to be, you know, gone, or a 13-year-old birthday or something like that. You know, it's like it's a big birthday, and then to not be able to celebrate, you know, those are, yes, there's a lot going on in this world, but that's a suffering too. Those are for those milestones that are being missed right now. And so I'm glad that there was a way to celebrate the 13, because that's a big one.
Oh yeah, it is. Absolutely it is. And so he was very happy, very surprised, and was just so glad for that connection, you know, and so, you know, you get used to feeling like, well, this generation, they're used to electronics or video games or hanging out on Xbox, talking to each other and things like that. And you don't realize that connection, they're still human beings. And connection is something that we as human beings really do love and need. And so to see his face light up, I'll send you the video tonight.
Okay, please do.
And
please
just to
do.
see his face light up, you know, where it wasn't just like, oh, thanks, Mom, and, you know, cavalier about it or anything. It meant so much to him to see his friends and that make that connection again. And so that felt really good, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
See, say Mom. There you go. There you go. Sorry
there you
about
go.
Oh, well, I'm
well,
so
girl,
happy.
I love you. I am so glad to have you.
I
on
know
the
you've got
countdown.
you've got another cast family. I know. Fine. But you weren't with them as long as you were with us, so
That's the truth right
that's
there.
right. So don't forget that.
Never. I will never.
Mm-mm.
I can't. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I love you.
I love you. Happy birthday.
Thanks, and happy almost birthday to you too.
Thank you. And I want to say a shout out to all of your followers that are just thank you for letting me, you know, be a part of this beautiful birthday countdown.
They love you. The comments are crazy. When we post all of this, you'll be able to see them, but the comments are just, they love you. So,
that's sweet.
Yeah. So thank you.
All
I
right,
don't take for granted anybody coming on camera nowadays, as you know.
I know it. That right there.
Listen.
There they are.
Listen.
I'll be 57 in just a few days. And there it is.
What? 57?
That's right.
That math can't be right.
There's that gray in there.
That math can't be right.
It is.
I don't agree with that. I protest that math. I love you, girl. Thank you.
Love you too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.